You won't believe this story. I was getting hit with a $200 fine every single week, and I had no idea why. My lawn was perfect. My house was spotless. But like clockwork, another violation notice from the HOA would appear in my mailbox. I tried calling, emailing, even showing up to the monthly meetings. But it was like talking to a brick wall. The HOA president, this guy named Mr. Harrison, would just smirk and say, "Rules are rules." It felt personal, like I was being targeted. And honestly, it was draining my savings and my sanity. I was on the verge of selling my dream home just to escape. Then, one afternoon, I was outside trimming my hedges, feeling completely defeated, when a sheriff's car pulled up. Not just any car, but the local sheriff himself, a guy I recognized from town events. He walked right up to my door and my heart sank. I thought, great, now what? But he wasn't there for me. He walked straight past me, over to Mr. Harrison's house next door. I watched from my window as they talked, and then the sheriff started pointing at Mr. Harrison's own yard, at a tiny, almost invisible crack in his driveway, and a slightly faded fence panel. Things he'd fined me for. It turns out, one of my neighbors had finally had enough and had been documenting everything. They took their evidence straight to the sheriff's office. Mr. Harrison wasn't just enforcing rules. He was making them up to target people he didn't like, while letting his own property fall apart. The sheriff laid it all out for him, right there on his own lawn. The next HOA meeting was intense. The president was exposed. All my fines were dropped, and he was forced to resign. It just goes to show you, sometimes you have to fight for what's right, because you never know who's watching and willing to help. Thanks for listening to my crazy story. If you've had your own HOA nightmares, drop a comment below.